Hi, welcome to this episode of Thai Food. On this episode, we're making one of my newer recipes that I just developed recently. I'm calling it Salsa Fresca for lack of a better name for the recipe. I just thought it sounded cool. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm combining salsa, sour cream, and some spices here. And I've got several different salsas I've tried making this. Actually, the first time I'm trying this one here. This one is a mild garlic salsa. I got this at Aldi. It was $2 for this bottle of salsa, or jar, whatever you want to call it. This here is a salsa verde. I've used this before several different times. We also like this straight up on tacos. We find this at Walmart for just under $3, I think. It's between $2 to $3. And this one as well is also at a Walmart. It's roasted tomato chipotle, and I believe that's between $2 and $3 as well. And we like both of those as well. But today we're going to make it with this one. So we're going to start with one whole 16-ounce jar. We're going to do the whole jar of salsa. And I can see lots of garlic in this. Definitely smells garlicky. But you'll find that a lot of the flavor, gets kind of muted a little bit by the sour cream, and a lot of the spice does as well. So you'll see I'm going to add some spice into this. And when you make this, you can reuse the containers from the sour cream and the salsa to store it in if you want, or you can just put it in a bowl like this that you're going to use for storage like I'm doing here. We just got a Pyrex and it takes a lid on it, so it'll work out perfect for us. Okay, so one whole jar of salsa. There's that. I'm going to bring this over here so I can set that on. And I got some roasted garlic paste here, of course. And you probably don't want to use a lot of this. And if I was using one of these other jars of salsa, I would use a full tablespoon of it. But after getting a whiff of all that garlic in there, I'm going to scale it back. Only use half a tablespoon on this one. If you get this salsa at Aldi's, I would recommend using only half a tablespoon. Or you can use a full tablespoon if you want, or you can omit it altogether. But like I said, if I use any other salsa, I use a full tablespoon instead of a half tablespoon. But for this one, I'm just going to use half here. Okay, you can go ahead and start stirring that in, kiddo. Next, we want to do our hot sauces. I got some Frank's Red Hot Slammin' Sriracha, and I've got some Buffalo Tom's Gourmet Hot Sauce. You want a full tablespoon of hot sauce for this. So I'm going to do half a tablespoon of the Buffalo Tom's, because I want some of the nice flavor that comes through with this, and it's just a little bit of heat. And I'm going to bump it up some more with some Frank's Red Hot for a little more heat. And again, you can go a lot spicier with this, or if you really don't want it spicy at all, you can omit the hot sauce, or just use less of it, because it does add some flavor to this. My wife tends to use a little extra sour cream in this to mute some of the spice. So, there we go. There's a full tablespoon of hot sauce there. My little helper today is Shiloh in the kitchen. Okay, next we got some smoked paprika. This adds a nice little bit of smokiness to it and helps with the coloration for the sour cream. We're going to do half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. And then my ground cumin. And this adds some nice flavor that goes really good in this. There we go. 1 teaspoon of a roasted smoked cumin. Roasted ground cumin, sorry. It's got a little smokiness to it as well, but it just says roasted ground cumin. And that's pretty much it for that part. The only thing left to do is add one 16-ounce container of sour cream. I also got this at Aldi, 89 cents there. I've tried it with the Walmart one. Walmart was like 99 cents or $1.09, something like that. Not terribly expensive. This is a fairly economical recipe, and it's very flavorful as well. Very flavorful. We've used it as a dip for chips, but our favorite by far is using it on tacos. Instead of the salsa and the sour cream, we just use this with it. So we're going to go ahead and put this whole container right in there and get it mixed in really good. And this is definitely a favorite. And it's only got about 5 ingredients, I believe, if I count correctly. I did have somebody request that I make some recipes 5 ingredients or less. I think this one qualifies. But, my opinion. Just making sure I get all of it out. Can I see that real quick, Shiloh? It's easier to scrape it off the spatula with it. That way there you'll get it mixed in. There we go. Go for it. Not without making a mess. I knew you were going to do that. Both sides. Look at this. Try not to be so aggressive, kiddo. Now we got to wash the lip of the bowl before we put the cover on, okay? Want a little help? Okay. Just kind of like so. Splashed a little bit, but once you get it so it thins out the sour cream, it mixes a lot better. I found it was easier to mix all the ingredients into the salsa first and then try to incorporate the sour cream. And you can see it's a bit on the loose side. I tried straining some of the juice off from the salsa so it was a little thicker, and while it made it thicker, it just didn't have the flavor profile that having all the juice from the salsa in there does for you. So we're going to keep it a little on the thin side. Basically just preference. Don't worry about the rim, kiddo. I'll just wash it. But this is basically all there is to it. Once you get it to this color, just want to look at the bottom here, and you can see if it's all mixed in or not, and it's mixed really well. So we're good to go. All there is to it. I'd let this sit about 30 minutes to 2 hours, up to overnight, to let the flavors build on this. But I don't think it needs anything other than that. We should be good to go. And why not taste it a little bit just to make sure. Oh yeah, that's perfect right there. That's good on tacos, whatever you want to put it on, really. Nachos, taco salad, chips and dip. It's your choice. Possibilities are endless. I hope you make it and enjoy. Have a good one.